Hi, guys. Happy Tuesday. I wanted to take a moment to thank those of you who participated in the Not All Heroes Wear Capes video. It was so nice to see so many of you who created signs or submitted videos of yourself talking, as well as pictures of family members or friends. So I just wanted to say I really enjoyed that. And if you haven't taken a look at that video, you can find it on our school's website. So, taking a look, today's assignments, this is pretty much going to be the format every day. You're going to have a slideshow presentation where I have some videos and activities within the slideshow for you to do. You'll have an end of lesson Google form to complete again today. And last, you'll have your iReady path. And as I said, you can choose to break up that 60 minutes however you want. You can do 15 minutes each day. If you want to do all 60 minutes in a day, that's fine. You just have to remember that by the end of the week, you have to have 60 minutes of iReady completed. I also want to let you know that yesterday and today I included a game on the last slide, and it's one of my favorite games. It's called Banana Hunt. You might have played it in fourth grade. Some of you might have checked it out yesterday. But it asks you to create angles and you earn bananas for how close you can get to that angle. I played one time yesterday, real quick, just to see how I did, and I was able to earn 53 bananas. So hopefully some of you can get that many or possibly beat me. So let's go ahead and get started with today. So you can see that our math standard is still the same. Understand the attributes belonging to a category of two-dimensional figures also belong to all subcategories of that category. And again, that's very wordy, and we're going to start to take a look at some of these new terms today. So, in today's lesson, we're going to start with a review of angles, and then we're going to use that knowledge of angles and build into looking at some triangles and how we can classify them. So, just as a quick review, these were the angles we talked about yesterday. We use the 90-degree or right angle, this one right here, as our benchmark. And we really compare all angles as either smaller than this or bigger than this. And you can remember I mentioned yesterday that right angles create that perfect square corner. I can draw a square right in there. That's also known as a vertex, as well as it sometimes could look like the letter L or a reversed letter L. So using that to help judge. A smaller opening would be this acute angle right here, and a larger opening would be considered an obtuse angle. And then, even though we didn't look at any angles like this last one, it is important to know that if two rays create a perfectly straight line, that's called a straight angle. And that has a measurement of 180 degrees. But again, we're really just going to be utilizing acute, right, and obtuse with our lesson today. So, on this next activity here, you are going to ask to look at all of these shapes. And as you can see, all shapes are made up of sides and made up of angles. And you're going to decide if the shape has any acute angles. You're going to drag this yellow circle with an A into the shape. If it has any right angles, then you're going to drag a right triangle, or excuse me, a right angle button. And I just noticed there's a typo right here. Do you guys see where this says A? That should say an R, okay? So again, if the shape has a right angle, then drag a R into the shape. And lastly, if the shape has an obtuse angle, then drag an O into the shape. And remember that each of these shapes could have more than one kind of angle. So you're going to find this activity on the next slide. So go ahead and try it. And then when you're ready, you can go back to the slide after that and watch the next video.